Hi everyone, welcome to the first Cheltenham chart of the 2023 series. This is just a video to talk about the festival, how we've done, how results went last season. There's certainly no bets in it, and that'll be a reoccurring theme throughout the season. In fact, I don't really know if I will bet out the bank this season. We've made profit 5 years in a row, ranging from only £8 to £890. Overall, over the 5 years, we've bet £1,810 and returned over £3,200. Return on investment's about 80%. But I don't want to big the channel up at all. It was only made for a few guys, and that's the way I liked it, really. So I don't court subscribers, I don't court likes. The channel isn't monetized, and it's only done for me to chronicle the horses as they run. Now there will be quite a few horses running this weekend who have Cheltenham in mind. For me, none of them are prices that I would like to bet them at anyway, so that's why there's no bets. I will talk about one horse who I've been chipping away at a little bit, but I wouldn't think it was a bet because there is a chance that the horse could go to another race, and I think the price could go out on it as well if the horse won its first race this season. So anyway, here are the results from the 5 festivals and the overall stakes, etc., that we've put off so far in the 5 years. My videos are about the Cheltenham Festival because that's where I feel I have the best chance of winning money. I realise that other people want to bet on a weekly, daily, etc. basis. I just can't make that pay to the same extent. It's also very difficult to get bets off. And it's a lot easier just to try and get the odd bet off here and there for Cheltenham, and to bet when a big festival is on, rather than try and get money on a daily basis, phoning your friends, etc. to try and get money on. I just don't think I could do that sort of thing anymore. So last season's festival was just about dominated by Willie Mullins. If Galopin Des Champs had jumped the last, he would have won half the graded races at the meeting, which is, for one stable, a huge statement. Henry de Bromhead had 3 graded winners last season, Nicky Henderson 2, but Gordon Elliott didn't have any. He had the cross-country winner and a handicap winner. So as you can see, it's the main stables. The main stables would probably be where you start with for any bet you're looking at to have at the Cheltenham Festival. Willie Mullins. I'm sure Gordon Elliott will do slightly better this season. Henry de Bromhead and Nicky Henderson. In the top level races, they're where you'd be looking. Willie Mullins also won a handicap, but the handicaps were shared out far more evenly last season than they had been. We talked last season about how difficult it was to get value. The problem not just being value, the bookies just squeezing the price of everything. I mean, American Mike runs this afternoon. He'll probably bolt in. They'll take his price down for both races, the Albert Bartlett and the Ballymore, should he win. And to me, he's already at silly odds, and he's not got a lot to beat today. So when he wins easily, they'll cut his price again, and the merry-go-round starts again. It's very difficult. You look at Facile Vega, where will that horse go? Last season we had the same in the Supreme. Kilcrat and Sir Gerhard, and then you look at the result of the race and Kilcrat's finished third and Sir Gerhard didn't even run. Would you have found Constitution Hill at this stage last season? Probably not. Edward Stone, similar. And the horses that you could have found were very low odds for the races, and you didn't know they were definitely going to go there. So with that in mind, it's very difficult to make bets for this season's festival. You do have to concentrate on Willie Mullins, but like I say, with the value being squeezed, and we can even go further on the value being squeezed. Even when it went to non-runner, no bet, we backed the Nice Guy at 14 to 1. non-runner, no betting. And that was the best price available, 14 to 1. Yet he's gone off 18 to 1 and won. Like I say, we've done well with these videos. Golf caddies just earn money in the summer, and the reason for putting them up was that we like a wee bet in the winter. And obviously by March we're starting to run low on funds, and it's always nice to get a return if we can. But we could have lost all our bank in 2021. The winner that we had, Mount Ida, actually touched 1,000 in running, so we were very fortunate that we didn't have a bit of a whitewash that season, bloodbath, losing all our bank, but we didn't. We made a profit, but it was very fortunate. So when you're watching all these Cheltenham videos, you have to be very aware that past glory is not definite to give you success. But what I would say to you is there's a fantastic array of videos out there for you to watch, and I certainly wouldn't recommend me over any of them others, but I certainly would not be watching shows like Upping the Ante. Last season they lost 29 points, both lost money, one minus 24, the other minus 5. They have 20,000 people watching their videos, and if even 10,000 of those put a fiver on those horses, then that's 50 grand going on each horse. And if you try to bet those horses, you're probably going to get poor value. They're not available at the prices that they've put them up at. But 50 grand on those is a £1,450,000 loss over the selections. And that's why I would say that watching shows backed by bookmakers is a very, very bad idea. And I would recommend that you're watching the independent lads who are trying to make their name in the game, trying to do well and trying to put up winners. I'm not saying that the shows may be entertaining like Upping the Ante, but when you look at that sort of losses, and then one of them having a subscription channel this season, then I really can't be recommending that anybody that watches this video watches something like that. If you're a proper punter, you should be looking at your own bets. You should be thinking about what you want to back. And even if I put a horse up, even with a return on investment 80% over the last 5 years, that's no guarantee. And I've put up some horrific bets on these videos over the years. Some have not run. I put more anti-post bets off in 2021. A lot of them didn't run. You have to research yourself. You have to have some knowledge. The guys who I made these videos for, they followed me blind. They've been lucky. But they should really be looking at the bet themselves. So finally I'll go on to a couple of horses who I've looked at, you know, just to put the odd fiver on. That's just for myself. And I'll show, you know, one of them what I've put on. The other one, the price has come in a little bit and I don't want to be with it anymore. So the two horses that I looked at to chip away at over the winter until I found proper bets for my videos. And I don't say that I will put bets up this season. I've had 5 years winning, making a profit, and it's very difficult. It's quite stressful. And I know once I put the first bet up, then I have to keep going and try and bet out the bank. But I'm not really sure I want to. I may not do a weekly video. It might be fortnightly. And maybe taking a little bit of a step back. It may be that once I get into the season and start to enjoy the racing again, that I'll become more interested, more focused and more wanting to do the videos. But at present, I look at the prices for Cheltenham and I think not much interests me. The two that have interests me, well, I think Epatant for the mares at 5 to 1 is reasonable. I would prefer it to be around 7 to 1. She could come out and win the fighting fifth. Then they're going to talk champion hurdle. She may drift for the mayor's hurdle. It depends on Constitution Hill, how good he is. But for me, I think this is the only option they've got. She's won the champion hurdle without Honeysuckle in it. But in the 2 years that she's run against Honeysuckle, she's not looked like winning. She's also won over 2 miles 4 at Aintree last season. She's an ideal horse for the mayor's hurdle. I would hope she would go there, and I would continually chip at the horse. But there's that nagging doubt, and there's no way I can put it up as a bet in the videos, because for me she's not definite to go in the mares. I'd be 90% sure she would, because she won't beat Honeysuckle in the Champion Hurdle. She's probably got a better contender in her yard in Constitution Hill, and I think she has a great chance in the mares. And JP will want a winner at the festival, and she has a great chance. People will talk about Brandy Love and others, Envoy Love, etc. But like for me, if Epatante goes to the mares hurdle with a first, second and third in the Champion Hurdle, open Grade 1 form all over the last 3 seasons, then for me, Brandy Love still has it all to prove in open company. She's got quirks as well, and she's no guarantee to be an open graded hurdler. So for me, Epatante at 5-1 is a reasonable bet. The other horse I was going to chip at all winter, and I was hoping the price would hold at 5-1, was Florine Porter. He's won 2 stairs hurdles. He's bound to go for a third. He's won the 2 stairs hurdles. He's won very easily, I think, in both occasions. People will talk about Blazing Khal, but I don't like to get involved in horses who've had injuries like Blazing Khal has had. Of course, he's got a good chance. His form last season was really good, but like Fernie Hollow last season, once you get these horses with injury problems, then he's got to run in a race. How will he take that race? Will he come out of it okay? Fernie Hollow ran twice, then all of a sudden got injured again. And I'm not prepared to be with a horse like that until I know that it's going to make the festival. The other horse in the race that a lot of people will be talking about is Bob Bollinger, but last season he completely lost his way, especially at the end of the season. I never thought he was right all season. I'd need to see a very different Bob Bollinger before I'd want to get involved. So the 2 horses that I've chipped away at a little bit have been Florine Porter and Epatante. The Florine Porter bets have just been on slips, just the occasional 5 and 10 here and there. But now he's 7-2. I've stopped backing him. I'm not prepared to put him off at 7-2. He's a bit too short now. But Epatante I have chipped away at. I would hope to get a better price after the Fighting Fifth. It all depends how she runs in that race. If she was beaten, then she would be almost certain to go to the mares. But then you'd worry that she couldn't beat the opposition that she'll run against at Newcastle, and you'd be worried about how she retained her ability. But for me at the moment, they're the 2 that I'd look at. But in truth, there are no bets on my videos. It's possibly unlikely we'll have a bet before Christmas. I want to see one that's real value, that I'm sure is going to go to the race and that has a really good chance. We've done well for 5 years. Whether we put bets up or not this season remains to be seen. I will still put my views up on all the horses who run, who have Cheltenham potential. But like I say, this is my best chance of winning some money. I'm not going to change the formula just because people don't like Cheltenham videos. Sadly, I'm not going to put the comments open on the bottom of these videos. We just get certain people that write into every Cheltenham video, and for me it just takes a long time to delete them all, and I'd rather just leave it the way it is. If you are watching the videos and are continuing to watch, thanks very much for your continued support. We've done really well. It has been a surprise to make as much as we have made, but like I say, there are no guarantees, and we could lose a £400 bank if we go and put bets off this season. I'd advise you to watch a lot of the Elliott horses at Down Royal this weekend, but if they do have a lot of winners, you still have to work out, are they really value? Because the battalions of Marlin's runners have still to come out, and he won nearly half the graded races last season, and you have to take that into account. So enjoy the next week, or the next 2 weeks if I don't do a video until 2 weeks time. I hope you back some winners, and if you are backing for Cheltenham, then watch the videos from the independent guys. Don't be looking at things like Up in the Ante, because I can tell you now that as soon as they put a horse up, the price goes down. You're getting even less value And I can't even see any value in the markets at the moment. So thanks for your continued support. Thanks for watching the video, and good luck with any bets you're having. Bye for now.